Hey, Ty Livesey here. Most people will never get what they want out of life or business because they rely on discipline rather than their motivation. And I know this video is probably going to get a lot of hate from the hustle bros, just work harder, let me literally duct tape my leg to my chair at my desk so I can get more work done. But I found that ever since I made business fun, it's almost like I've got a work addiction. I can think of nothing else aside of this, and it's just effortless. Like scaling a business does not have to be hard, and your belief that you need to have discipline, it's actually probably the reason that you're not scaling to the levels that you want to scale at. I'm in Maui right now. It's not going to show you the background, but I'm in the most beautiful place in the world, and I'm having such a great time actually doing the things in Maui. But at the same time, I'm also like, I kind of can't wait to get back to work. I don't have Sunday scaries. I have work that I actually really look forward to, work that I don't dread. And because of that, I work harder, I work better, I work with more integrity than literally ever before. And this isn't to say that discipline doesn't matter, it's to make an argument that you need to design a business that you can love. You need to design a business that is essentially an asset rather than a liability, rather than a job. And the way you tactically do this is you have to stay away from anything that breaks the joy of your business. I stay away from anything that breaks my belief that business is a calling. So that is staying away from bad clients, staying away from anything that is too grindy, too frictionless. The question that I ask myself, and the question I want to encourage you to ask yourself if you want to scale your business, is what would this look like if this were easy? What would this look like if this were fun? Because that's how everyone who's actually making a ton of money and growing their business, that's how they think. The people who are making a lot of money don't get there on discipline alone. They actually kind of love the game. It's kind of like bodybuilders who go to the gym every morning at 5 a.m. They don't necessarily have a ton of discipline. For many of them, it would actually be harder for them to not go to the gym. So the question is, how can you make this easy? How can you make this effortless? Huge part of this also is just getting in front of the right kind of people, building the right kind of community. One of the operational beliefs, which is basically like the values that we speak over every one of the clients that I work with, is business as a calling. So we want to design their marketing, their sales, their operations, their entire business in a way that they can actually really look forward to it. This is something that completely changed my perspective. I have worked less than ever before, and I've made more money than ever before. In fact, the less I work, the more I seem to make because work is just so much fun. My definition of work has fundamentally shifted from just any time sat down working at a desk to working on the things that move the business forward and really being able to love it. So my message to you is try to figure out how you can design a business that you love. Ask yourself, what would this look like if this were easy? What would this look like if this were fun? Stay away from any sort of clients, any sort of operations, any sort of tactics that make you not love the business that you're building, and get in the right community, get in the right presence, get around other entrepreneurs, get excited about business again. Because if you're dreading it and you're just relying on motivation, or if you're just relying on discipline, something needs to fundamentally change. You will self-regulate that business. You will never scale that business. One, because you just really don't want to, but two is because subconsciously you're just going to avoid the work. You're not going to do it with the same intensity and joy and passion that someone who loves the work can do. And you can actually learn this. I wasn't always like this. There was a time where I did not look forward to working on my business, but since I've restructured my agency the way I have, I really love the work more than ever before. I think there's a lesson in that. I hope this helps someone. Send me a message on Instagram if you have any questions or want to chat more. It's at Ty Livesey. I'll put it on the screen here, and I'll see you in the next one.